All right. All right, everyone. Hope everyone's doing good this evening. If you guys can hear me in the chat, please let me know. That would be great. Hear and see me. That would be great. I haven't done this in a while and I'm like, how do I do all this? Not when it live to YouTube, but I'm gonna make sure you guys can see and hear me. I think I got everything. Hi, Forrest. Hello. So just need a 5x5. Yep. Okay. Let us get it on. Hey, thank you guys for. Have I got something I've been working on? It's been a long project, but good evening all. Hey, welcome everyone. Uh, what's Yep. Hello. So let me bring up my slides here. Now, I'm going to probably remove myself. There's no reason for you guys to see me as we go through this. I have a few slides and then I'm going to show you something I've been working on. It's been a long time in the making. Okay. I think it's pretty amazing. I'm going to share every aspect of it and, I can hear and see you. Thank you. So so I'm going to go here. Because I want the slides to be as large as possible. So I'm going to go. Okay, I'm going to go to this. Please tell me if you can see and now hear me that I'm not on the screen. You should be able to, but I just want to verify that you can, and then we'll move along. I haven't tested this, and I did test it, but again, let me know if you can see and hear me because I'm off the screen. Yes, okay, I got a yes. Yes, okay, thank you guys. So I have created something that I think is just simply amazing. I don't know. It's been again. I'm going to tell you guys the whole story here, but this is called Area Study Map, and you may go, "What the heck is this?" But I'm going to share with you what it is, what I've been working on, and it's been a long time in the making. So most people think that they know their area, and they don't. I'm not the expert at this. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to share a book tonight of someone that is the expert. I am not the expert, but do you know your neighbors, their values, their skills? Do you know the nearest water source? Could be a pool, could be a stream. How about medical training nearby? I mean, not talking hospital, we're talking about how about your neighbors, doctors, nurses, possibly? um, Food, hardware stores, fuel points. Who owns four-wheel drive vehicles? How close are they to your house? They could be valuable. You can partner with them possibly. So, how about radio towers, where if you have a ham radio, you might need to crawl that thing to get signal somewhere or throw an antenna up there? How about materials that could be helpful in a grid down or a poop hit the fan kind of thing, like wood piles, brick stacks, rock piles? Where are they around you? I mean, you may know, some of it, but do you, in a stressful moment, will you know where they are? Maybe. So this is how, and this is not my actual people. I'm not going to post my actual because you can see names. So let me tell you a story of about 10 years ago when the area study first came to my mind. I thought, I'll become the neighborhood homeowners association president. And I'll just turn into a can't. No, that's not what I did. But I became the president of my homeowners association. And I got this map printed out. You can't really see this, but this is a map printed out. Mine was like 6x6. I put it on my wall, my bonus room, and I started taking notes on everyone in my neighborhood. We had 123 homes. And I then would send out an email to everyone or a newsletter and say, hey, everyone friend me on Facebook. And people started friending me on Facebook. The information and intel I got from my neighbors was disturbing. I could tell when some were in a fight. I could tell when their kids got a bad grade. I could tell when their kids were maybe dating someone, kids had a wreck, husband bought a new gun. You wouldn't believe the intel I could get. And I wrote it on post-it notes on a wall on each of the houses in my neighborhood. I even could look up, which way they voted, and if I heard something or they posted what church. I mean, I had unbelievable intel. Well, I since have moved from that community. I don't live in a community now that has like a homeowner association in it. And so, but that was kind of my first thinking. And I didn't even know anything about like an, a area of operation. I've never used words like that because in my military experience, I was a radio repairman. So I didn't know words like that or my area study. I was doing it because I wanted to know who my dang neighbors were. So I did that in over 10 years ago. I don't have the map anymore because when it wouldn't fold well, and then I left. I didn't need the information anymore. So then 4 years ago, I started this process of I was so afraid of an area study. I thought it's an invasion on people's privacy. So I literally named it Neighborhood Watch Software. And when I hired people to work for me, I told them, hey, stretching the truth a little bit. Hey, I'm kind of like the, neighborhood, we got a neighborhood watch. And I just wanted to take notes of what's going on in my neighborhood. And so we started building out that. So these are some of the first things and first samples of what we were doing. I didn't have a clue. And I created these literally the three on the bottom left that makes an L there. They're created in PowerPoint because I was showing the programmers what I wanted. And so you click on it and it would highlight all the different houses of what you have. You can click on it and get information and all the information. And I wrote kind of a summary to the left. And and I got it programmed, and it was pretty good. And I remember at Prepper Camp 3 years ago, I was showing this to one of the experts, a guy named Mike Shelby, does Forward Observer. I was showing this to him, and it was still kind of buggy, and we were just finishing up. So that's my history on this. Before I even knew what an area study was, before Mike Shelby kind of educated me on it some. So I've been doing it for a while. So what is an area study? And so we're going to get quick and then we'll get right in the demo. Area studies focus on preparedness by helping you understand your environment, the risk in your environment, and the resources in your environment. Since every location and situation is different, you got area study you probably need to do at work. Maybe at your mom and dad's house, maybe your house where you live. You don't know where you're going to be when the poop hits the fan, and maybe your goal is to get to one of the other places, but you still need to do a study on it and find out what is around there. Since every location and situation is different, it helps you identify what you should prepare and prioritize for supplies. And you got to put a plan together. So if you're at your mother-in-law's and the poop hits the fan, and you're 3 hours away, it would also help you to know what's around your mother-in-law's house, right? So yes, there will be a replay. This will be posted right here on YouTube. And I don't mean to be so formal, to be honest with you, but it'll be right here. You can just come back here and it should be posted somewhere on here. So, but that's what an area study is. It's literally taking data in your community and putting it so you can kind of visualize it on a map or something you can get to and see. You got to do it beforehand as well. So an area studies literally comes from the military. The military did it to understand the terrain, population, infrastructure, threats in an area before they started. They would go in. They would just do all this study so they would know. I'm sure we did some big time area studies in Iran. It helps commanders know where to move, where the danger is, where the resources exist. Also, it reduces surprises. So, if you're going down the road and all of a sudden the bridge is out, you're like, oh, now what do we do? We didn't know this bridge was been out. So it's like a recon for not just the area, but also resources as well. In short, know where you are, know what's going on, know where things, resources are in your area. And I'll be honest, this software kind of felt like it's all public information. A little bit felt like public information. I mean, but it's like you're spying on people, and I kind of felt bad, but I think it's important to do. So, an area study map is a visual product created from an area study. So you do the study, you go out and do your survey, you talk to people, you gain intel information, and then we're going to put it in like a database so you can get to it. If an area study is the research and analysis of a location, then the area study map is a map that displays that information. It's like turning information into a picture. Matter of fact, I have a great example of this. I don't have it on here, but if y'all ever seen the Napoleon's march into Russia, it's a map and it shows you how many troops he has, the temperature, when he goes over rivers, all this stuff. And it's literally taking all this data and putting it so you can visually see it. It's called data visualization. And it's pretty amazing when you can visualize the data. So as a prepper, an area study map is a customized map of your local area that helps you understand where you live, what you depend on, what could go wrong. It's just not a roadmap. It's a preparedness blueprint. Sounds kind of salesy. I don't mean to be. So here is Mike Shelby's book. It's called The Area Intelligence Handbook. It's available on Amazon. When I read this, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is exactly what I'm creating. He actually gave me a copy, and it's so funny because I wish I had it with me right now. I do. It's somewhere in one of these bags right here. But the copy he gave me is actually printed upside down and backwards. But you can still read it, but you like go to the back of the book, flip it, and then open it up, and that's the first page. And I'm like, dude, you got to sign this for me. And we laughed. He goes, I didn't mean to give you that one, because he knew that he had one bad one. I'm like, I want it. I want to keep it. But it's literally if you turn it to the back of the book and then turn it upside down, then that's page one. And that's the book I got. And I'm like, dude, there's no way you're getting this back. So he gave me that because I was talking about this, and he's like, and so this was years ago. But Mike Shelby again, and I will say that Mike is doing a brand new book on this as well. Not sure when it's scheduled to be published, but I talked to him today, and he's doing a new book on this. Next slide. The difference between owning a map and studying an area is, with a map, you see roads. With a area study map, you see choke points. With a map, you see rivers, but you also see water access points. You can see population. You can see all this stuff. A regular map shows what exists. An area study shows what matters. Okay? Because a lot of this stuff, these maps come pretty much clean, and you have to fill them in. But man, I'll tell you what, I've had like 14 people, I've had 14 people. We've tested this for over 30 days. And Beth doesn't give many compliments out, and she told me, Forrest. And one lady told me this was the best thing I've ever produced. She also makes me chocolate cakes. But anyway, so I've gotten some good compliments on this. So, and again, I love it. So let's keep going. What does your area look like under stress? Sometimes we don't know, but we can, if we log everything, just think if you had all the information about your neighbors, you would know who are friends, foes, what skills they have. All this information would be very helpful. Even if it's not your house, if you're planning on bugging in, or if you're bugging out to a retreat. A lot of you guys know I have a retreat. It's on the beach of Miami, Florida. We've had to map that whole place out. It's kind of risky with all the people there, but yeah, it's a joke. But Let's keep going. Okay, preparedness layer thinking, the terrain, infrastructure, population, resources, threats, what crime is in the area. What if you're bugging out going to a place, are you going through high crime places before you started bugging out? So if I had a route to my bug out location and I'm going straight through the hood, I mean, and it's I wouldn't go through the hood now. Why in the world would I go through it when lights go out? If I go down these busy streets during now and I see how busy they are, I'm like, okay, there probably will be the busier streets when the lights go out as well. So you can literally put this on the map and see everything. When you layer information, patterns appear. When patterns appear, strategically, I mean, you can then strategically think through where you stand, where you're going, friend and foe, and it will help you survive more, better. Okay, let's see. Resident planner. So yeah, I created this to be kind of like I was incognito. I was afraid people think I'm weird and crazy and turn me into the government if they saw that I was tracking people. That's why I named it like a homeowners association kind of thing. Military planners think in terms of advantage, risks, mobility, supplies, observation, control. Preppers shouldn't just think stockpiles. We should think about all the strategic things around us to put it in use. It could save our life, could save family members. Just imagine someone sick at your house, grid down, and on the other end of your neighborhood, you have a doctor. But if you didn't know that, you might not be able to get the right help for someone in your family. So I know you guys see the value in this. So I'm going to stop doing that. Okay. What should this not be public? Your area studies, this should not be public. You shouldn't put this on Google Docs. You shouldn't put this on Facebook. I'm putting things about my neighbor is what a jerk he is. She's very nice. I mean, I'm putting intimate information that I find with my neighbors. I'm putting the dude has a brick pile behind his house. He's not utilizing it, and I'm marking it because I don't need bricks right now, but one day I might need like a bunch of bricks. So you mark all your resources. You don't want this information out on the internet at all, period. So let's keep going. So you fall back to a very low, I mean, everybody thinks that we're going to be in our top-notch thinking game when lights go out. And that is not, research doesn't show that. Research says you fall, you lose thinking ability, you lose some of your memory. You just can't think clear because of all the stress. So that's why if we have this written down and you're prepared with this, it will help you tremendously. So here is the URL. First of all, I'm going to go through the website for just a few minutes because the website will then kind of tell you everything that the software does. Okay, so let me take this, remove this from the screen, add this to the screen. Let me go, that is full screen, sorry. Okay, so this is the website, and I'm not, I just want to show you, I hope you guys can see that. That doesn't seem very big. Nope, don't want me in there. Okay, nope, we'll go to that. Okay, so here's the website. You guys can go to this later. And so and there's some key points I want you to show here. Here's what it kind of looks like. Built on real world readiness. You can drop pins, you can organize layers, you can do fill notes, annotation, draw, you can export and backup, and it's seamless updates. So let's go here to features, because I'm going to try to go over all of these, but I want you to just see some of the features. Offline, your data is 100% always offline. It's on your computer and you access it through a browser on your computer. Matter of fact, I challenge you that once you fill this out and get some information, turn off the internet and you'll see it still works every single time. Your data is never sent up. There is live features and you'll see why. So local data storage, maps and pin system, categories and filters, field notes, drawings, backups. PWA stands for Progressive Web App, installed directly on your browser, in your browser, on your computer. Updates without data loss, privacy by design, live internet tools, maps and overlays, measurements and planning tools, critical infrastructure data, fully customized markers, full feature notebook, share and endpoint data, research and the share. So let's just say we're all going to prepper camp in August. I can start creating points and then share it with other people. And you can download what I've shared and add to it and then send it back to me. So we can share, let's say your group, you have a retreat, someone can edit it and then share it. Someone else can edit it. You just have to keep version control there, but you can all share it. Then you can all import it and use the same data points. That is crazy good. Research, and I got some resource links. We're working on that. Quick start guide and instructions. Click to inspect location data. So these are some of the things, but let's get to some of the live intel I bring in here. Police stations, fire stations, hospitals, power substations, water treatment plants and water sources, dams, bridges. I'm going to show you that stuff. Hardware stores, grocery stores, gun stores, gas stations, fuel, pharmacies, wells, springs, fire hydrants, churches, schools, library, campgrounds, veterinarians, cell towers, AM, FM broadcast, ham repeaters, GMRS repeaters, SDR, HF beacons, flood zones. The flood thing is working okay, but not what I wanted. We're still working on that. Webcams, flights, earthquakes, and super funds. That all, it can bring in all that and overlay it in your map. Of course, you got to have internet for that, for a lot of that. Okay. Security audit. So I ran a security audit to show you guys that the data stays on your computer. Actually, it says zero cloud storage. And if you want to read this, because I know that's so important, and that means if it's not in the cloud, you don't need internet and it still works. So when the grid goes down and you got a little power to your laptop or tablet, boom, this works. This does work with a cell phone, but it's just, I'll be honest, it's not optimized for a cell phone. It's just too much information to get on that screen. So you can try it, but I'm not going to change it for a cell phone. I'm just not going to. We may in the future do some things, but we go through this audit, goes through everything right here. Activation code, dev messages, nothing is stored. It's all, the information is on your computer. Your information never leaves your computer. So if you guys want to read the audit conclusion, boom, there you go. Because that's important to me because I'm a privacy guy. I even have a white paper that it's changing so much right now, like really getting into the details. You can sign up, but I'm telling you, I'm not going to mail them out and probably for a little bit of time, but you can sign up if you want to get the white paper. Support, I got questions in here. Is my information private? Absolutely. Goes through all this stuff, includes zero tracking, so it's got some questions there. Then Intel Exchange. This is where we can put Prepper Camp and then someone can download it and you can then import it to yours. Let's say Myrtle Beach. Let's say it's a vacation place. You want to go there and you map the info, a lot of info. You can share it. And then other people, if they're going down there, can download it and install it on their computer. So when they get down there, they can see what you've already put. We thought that was pretty cool. We've actually tried that and it's actually worked. Beth and Patrick have tried that, and I've tried that with Reggie, and it works. So, and then of course, get access, purchase. So anyway, that's enough of the website. Kind of tells you where we're going for this. Now let's get into the demo. So I've got to do a couple things here. Let me remove that. Let me stop the sharing on that. Hang on. Again, it's been a minute since I've done this. Okay, now let me share screen. Oh, yeah. So let me, before I do that, let me go back to this. So how do you get to the app? So instead of just, you can remember the URL. It's pretty easy. But to get the app, just go to the very bottom down here, and right over here, it says app. You click that, and it's going to open up a browser window that is just for the app. So I'm going to click this, and you guys won't see it. But now I'm going to share this window. But before I do, since I'm here, I want you guys to see this. I'm going to actually go to the URL. Okay, so let me click here. And you see right here, app.areastudymap.com. And then you put in a PIN. If it's your first time, you put in the activation code. The PIN is for your computer, so no one else can jump on there and protect your data. But I want you to see right here, it says open in app. When you click that, it literally saves a file on your computer, and it's an app, just like an app on your phone, just like an app on the computer, and then it will open up a window on its own. And when it opens up, I'm going to click on that, and you guys won't be able to see this. But when I click on that, let me share the new screen. When I share the new screen and it opens up that new window, it looks just like this. Here it is in all its glory. Okay. So this is, I don't even know where this is, guys. This is a random place. So I'm gonna go through all the features, and I'm gonna let you know everything here is edible. Not edible meaning you can eat it, but editable, like you can edit it. Okay. So you see it has threats, infrastructure. I'll do my mouse here. Threats, infrastructure, resources. I'm going to click down on infrastructure, and I already have some things here, cell towers, a few things here. I already have some built in. Doesn't matter. You can change all this. So threats, infrastructure. So all this are your pinpoints. So if I want to look right now on this map and I want to see where all my neighbors are, I can go here and click. And then it shows my neighbors that I've actually clicked on and put some information in there. If I don't want to see them anymore, if I want to see the infrastructure, well, I don't see infrastructure here, but if I go back further out, I guess I don't have any infrastructure put in here. Maybe security. Do I have any security? Yeah. So down here, I have something, and this is a fire station. I've marked it on my map. So and then I can click here and go back home. Whoops. Let's go back. I'm going to go away and then go back home. Okay. There's my home. So let's get the securities off the screen. Communications. Ooh, there's something right there. Let's see what that is. Oh, that is an AT&T cell tower. Okay. Nice. Nice. Let's go back to people though. So right here, I don't know who lives here. Again, I made this up. You click here. Oh, Karen Green. There's her phone number. I can do view data or add data. I do add data, and there's Karen, her address. I got military points. I've got, coordinates there. The female first and last name, information there. I've got a photo there. I can add data. I can say, I'm going to add some demographics. She is a ham radio operator. Her call sign is W4X or WC Charlie Quebec. Whoops. Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't mean to do that. Just do 4 there. Okay. So now she has a call sign. I can put information in here, put notes in here, and I'm going to hit save. Let's go back out. Now, boom, it has her call sign right there. So you can put any data you want to with her. So that's Karen. Let's go over here to, there's James Brown. I got his name. If I want to add information on James Brown, I can remove, replace his, I can add data points. I can do anything and add on James Brown. Then here I got Chuck Jones, information on him. Got his, Johnny, Kim, Bobby. That's some of his kids. You can look in here and see the information I have. He's a Baptist. I don't know. I was just putting Kim. So all the information is there. Over here, we've got Tanya. Okay. So we got people. And then you can absolutely go down here and check what you want more information and get more detailed on people. You can go show me all the people with ham radios. Now you have to go and find this information, but let's uncheck this and let's do ham radio operators, call sign. Boom. There they are. Her call sign is that. Their call sign is that. Okay. So this is how you mark all your points right here. So let me show you. Next thing I want to show you is down here. If you go down to the very bottom, it says manage categories and fields. You open that up, you can see, if you don't like infrastructure, you click right here and you edit that. You can name it anything you want. Then you click save. And then you can see all the things below infrastructure. If you don't like one of them and you want to rename it, you click here and you rename it. So everything is 100%, you can edit it and put your information. I did one just to show people because although I put rocks, woods, pond, I mean, come on. I did that and you just go down here and you can edit it. You can even add a new category right here. So it's 100% editable. Components and natural resources. You can tell I added these. Instead of ponds, I'm going to put pond. And I'm going to hit save. So now it's pond. If you want to put, whales, that would be a good one. Let's add one. Let's call it whales. And then you can change the color over here. And then you can add fields under the wells. There's wells. Or probably should just put well. You only can mark one at a time. There you go. Then you go back out here, and it's now under the natural resources. Well, boom, no fields. I didn't add any fields, but you can still mark it. So that's how the marking works. So if you want to add a new marker, you click, let's do this. Let's go over here because I wanted to do this. Right here, I don't know what this is, but I'm going to click on this. I'm going to call this a school. It's optional. We'll do 123 Main Street. We're going to save that. Now I'm going to add some data to it. I'm going to get rid of this one first. I'm going to add some data. I don't know what school would be under, to be honest with you. See, I haven't spent a lot of time when it comes to some of this stuff. So fire station, let's just call it a police station, or no, community watch area, I guess. I don't know. Look out. I don't know. You can active members, contacts, notes, upload photos. Boom. We save it. And then now, it's not showing. Why isn't it showing? Well, what did we add it as? I forgot what we added it as. There we go. Security. Then you can click on that, schools, and boom, you can look out. So you can add, so you can keep adding and adding. You add all your neighbors, friend and foe, and put all the information in there, and then you can view what you want to see. Let's say that I'm up here and I want to do a search and I'm going to go ham. Ham. And then it will show you all the people that have ham. I don't know what Bob's not listed because I don't have, boom. There's a guy right there. I didn't even know he's on here. Call sign, boom. And it will show you. So you can search all these areas. And as you create these areas, it will create more dots. So I'm going to get rid of the ham. I'm going to go back to the home area, which you go here, home, takes me back to my home area. And you can, so if I just want to search in communications, I click that. If I just want, and you can click what you want to search, and then you put your, and you do all, you search right up there. Okay. So I see one thing, and I've known this one in our thing is I just want a button to take me back to the home, but there's our home view. So let's say you have your work view. Let's say your work view is here. We set that view. Maybe you have a retreat view. There that is. Maybe we have you can set different views. This could be mother-in-law's house. And then you can mark this area as well. So if you have prepper camp, you put prepper camp here and go over here and mark everything in prepper camp and name it prepper camp. So you guys kind of get the jits here. You can see I just been demoing it, and that's why all this things don't have real names. Okay, I'm going to move on, and we'll take questions. And then next down here is a notebook. This is a full-fledged notebook. You can add a note where you can do anything. You can type anything you want, take notes. You can, you can see you can add documents. You can add photos, all still stored on your computer here. You can then assign them to a category or tag them as well. And you can put them in different, you can move them in order over here. You can do anything you want. It's just your notes. You could put images in here. Whatever you want to do, it's just imagine it like a Word document storage where you can just put intel. You can save it. You can preview it. I'll show you all the export features we have later. We will get to the panic button. There's a panic button built in. Field notes. Let's talk about field notes. This is the next one down here, 2 drawings. So I'm going to click on field notes so you can do routes. So let's say I live right here and I want to get to the school. So the route you can actually, let's do a route. Let's do start drawing. And I'm going to do it under routes. And so let us do this. So I'm going to go from here. Wait. See, let's not do that one. Let's do this one. Nope, we're not going to put an icon. I forgot how to do routes, guys. My bad. Maybe this is it. Yeah, you can do it like this. Okay, that's you can. So you can do routes. Of course, you can do do a circle if you want. Like this is the area we're protecting. Some cool tools. A part of this is let me just show you this is. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff. Okay, you can just draw whatever you want to do. You can then put little pins. Like if I wanted to put a police station, I can go ahead and put my police station badge there as well. So that's just a drawing tool, and you can save it, and you can see over here, you can put it on different things. So anyway, drawing tool. Let me get rid of this. We haven't even got to the good stuff. Please stay with me here because this is pretty cool. Okay, home views. You guys can see. Let's go to a place here. Let's go to a crazy place. I think prepper camp is going to be somewhere over this way. Right. I could be wrong. Let's just say it's right here. I think I'm pretty close. I'm going to put that in the center of the map. Then I want to save this area as a view. So I'm going to click over here. See this over here? Or you can save current view. So let's go out a little bit. Let's go about right there. Save current view. So I'm going to click this button and I'm going to name it. And I'm going to say save. So now it's saved and we can do markings here. Oh, but wait, I want to go back home. Boom, it takes me back home. Oh, now it's time to go look at prepper camp. Boom, takes me right back. And whatever you save it at is where it will go. So Then you can go in here and mark things at Prepper Camp. Then we can, okay, let's keep going down. Control Center. So resources is something we've added. There's not much there. You want to search voter record, boom, click there. You can go search how people voted. Partners, have Amron, discounts, whatever, that's my Prepper Find site, news and updates. This stuff you have to be live, except the resources and except the research. No, all this is live. And as we update that, and if you once you connect to the internet, it will automatically show up. Okay. So let's go to help and documentation. That's important, right? Quick start guide. Here's a quick start, kind of tells you what's going on. This is more detailed here. And you can go through and read about all the stuff here, how to do different things, offline maps, how to do all this stuff. Here is, developments log. Here's all the changes you can see as we've been adding things to this. There it is. It's crazy what we've been doing. Developers notes. That's where it's just, we can type something and it will show up. Here's a developer message. I was thanking the beta team for for checking it all out. Okay. That is under documents. Your stats. Now this is, it just kind of tells you how many sites, asset names, home views, categories, notes, you've got images. I've got the lifetime membership here, backup, my last backup, offline maps. I've got 71 megabytes. That's important to know. Is what your offline maps and your offline storage is, because that does add up because you can get a lot, and it can go to huge. The other night, Patrick was going to save an area and it was going to be like 500 megabytes. He's like, that's a lot. And I'm like, yep, don't save that big. How many schools, all this. So it shows you everything that you've got. That's kind of your stats. I don't know why we did that, but we did. And again, I showed you, and then I want to show you the settings. Let me see what's in settings. Okay. So you can do, you guys might like a light one instead. And so you can do the light, you can do dark. What does you want? Okay. What do you want your home view to be? And we'll get into good stuff. Hang on. So I got different maps up here. Here's street maps, satellite maps. Then I got hybrid. Okay. And then I even have topo map. So there's 3 different maps. You can also search for address up here. I'm not even sure I've tested that, I guess. But so right here in the settings, you can change what you want your default to be. You can see I have the lifetime access on this one. App updates, there's the version numbers. You can check for updates by clicking this. I don't think there's any updates, but I'm not going to click it right now. You can see last checked, and it tells you the time. Offline maps, manage offline maps. So you can download your offline maps to always be a part. What happens when I click this? Oh yeah, you can set the area, how far you can go. I want more than that. And you can set that as your offline map. And so you can set the area, and then it will download it. And you got to just watch your storage space because it's on your computer. And if you have a computer dedicated to this, who cares, really? Backup reminders. Because you need to back this up, I would hate for you to lose this information. We put a backup reminder every 24 hours, every so many days, 3 days, 7 days, whatever you want. You set the reminder to come up, so you can set it a custom as well. I just don't want you to lose your data. I want you to do all this. So back it up, back it up, back it up. So there's reminders built in here. Full backups. You can do a full backup and restore from backup, and then you can export a lot of all your information onto a PDF. Okay. I don't know why you do that, but maybe you want to. Then you can share sites. So let's do a share site. What it says, what site do I want to share? I want to share Prepper Camp. And then how many miles around Prepper Camp do I want to share? I want to share just 10 miles. And then you can share that site with others. It will export it, and then you can take that file and give it to send it to people or whatever. Data manager. So you may have like missing information that's in there. It's not tagged, and you can go in there and actually see it and edit it and delete it from right here. So if there's like, if there's just so you can see like right here, what site, what is that? I'm sure I just clicked on the string and just didn't finish it. So it helps you clean up your own data there. Okay. Let's go back down, share. You can change your PIN because you might want to share it with your wife, share it with your kids, whatever. You can change your PIN. And then this is clear all your data. That erases everything. You can start. And we've all done that because we've done that to start all over to get a whole fresh thing. It just deletes it and you start fresh. I mean, so you can play around it. And when you're serious, then hit that button and deletes it. Okay. So, and I have a panic button. I can't show you that yet. We're going to have to go through some more before I show you. You got to stay for the panic button because it's pretty awesome. Okay, now let's go back to the home here. And I know some people are going to complain. Forrest said the replay will be available. Yes, sorry, I can't read. So let's look at this right here, which I'm going to hide the drawings. I can go right here. I can just hide them right there. And here's my map here. So now let's look at some unbelievable tools you can use. Okay, so right here is a point tool, point information tool. So I'm going to click that, and I want to know right here, this is a golf course, as you can see, hole number 11. I want to know this point, right? What's the information here? There is the elevation of that point, 712 feet, the latitude, longitude, the military, the local time, the UTC time, and the sunrise and sunset. And you're like, why do you need? Well, what if you want to know the actual, everywhere has a different number. So that's just important. Sunrise and sunset right there of that point. That is there. I mean, you get actual information on that map, the height, elevation, everything. Next is, this is line of sight. So let's say that let's scroll out to right here. So let's say that Beth lives here and she wants to transmit over here to Bobby. So Beth clicks on her plate. Well, this is Karen. So Karen and Beth are going to go. So I'm going to click right here. There is Beth. Here's Bobby. And there is the terrain between them. So you can see they obviously don't have a line of sight because over here is 700. It's 715 feet in altitude. Over here is 696 feet in altitude. But in between them, it goes to 740 feet in altitude. So that's not line of sight. How far is it? It's 1.5 miles between the two. But Beth thinks she's kind of cool, and she has an antenna that's like, 50 foot tall. Now it raises her antenna 50 foot, and she still can't hit over here. But if Bobby over here had an antenna that is 50 foot tall, boom, they could literally both connect to each other because their antenna gets them above the line of sight. That's kind of cool stuff right there. You can do this further out. So let's do this from, let's do this from Charlotte. Whoops, I didn't want to add a new site. Sorry. Let me go back here to here. We'll go from Charlotte to Kings Mountain. Look at that. Well, okay, where the antenna is in King, let's put it in the front of the mountain. Still, there's a peak. So it gives you line of sight, antenna, all that stuff. That's pretty cool. You can raise both the receiving and the transmit side, and pretty cool. So next is weather. Yes, you need internet for this weather. So let's see what the temperature right now is up here in Pigeon Forge. You click, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. So I put Pigeon Forge in the center, click weather. Right now it's 62 degrees. Is there any clouds? Don't see any clouds. Probably be no rain. We can scroll out and see if we get now. Sometimes this takes a minute, okay? Because it's downloading a lot of information. Is there any rain? There's some rain over here. Wind, so you guys can get that. So that's temperature. Get rid of the clouds. Let's get rid of the rain. Okay, let's go back to home here. Let's go in here. I don't know where we were. Let me just go. I need a button to home because we always go to home. Okay, there's home. Okay, we're going to turn weather off. Now let's do what we call a measured distance area. So how far is it from, and we just did that, but we can go from here to here. That's 1.5 miles, and there's the direction. Why is the direction important? It's 255, on the compass. Why? Because if you're doing directional antenna for ham, you know exactly where to point that now. So that helps you with a lot of ham stuff. So let's look up here. We did distance, point, and we're doing, instead of, y'all can do it in meters, but it's in miles. Has the bearings, has the military, has the point, the actual point. So we can do area as well. So let's clear it. So let's look at the area. Let's see how much land is right here. We're just going to click here, click here, click here. Okay, that is 81.9 acres. Not sure why you need that, but that's kind of cool. So you can measure within the area. Then let's clear them out. Let's go to freehand. And so here's another tool you can do. And we're gonna go this way, then we're gonna go this way, and it shows you all your points. And it's going to take a minute. Like if you're doing like that's a 1.3 mile perimeter right there, from there to there. If you walk that distance, which is kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. So let's clear that. I can clear that by going here. Freehand, that's what we just did. But yeah, so pretty cool. Or if you don't want to do the auto thing, you can just literally go here. We're going to travel down. Well, I guess you do have to do it that way. Yeah. So anyway, that's a pretty cool tool. It gets better, guys. It really does. Okay. Let's go here. Population. Well, how many people? Let me redo that. Okay, because I want to get rid of this. I want to go to my home. Where's my home? There we go. How many people live roughly in this population? So I'm going to hit here. I'm going to go to the middle and drag it. How many people? You can see I'm not a mile. That's feet. So let's click here. Estimate population. Well, that says 0. Let's go further out then. And sometimes, again, we're using data from the Census Bureau live on this. Let's see what happens here. There's 5,000 people lives in that circle right there, roughly 5,000 people. And you're like, what? So let's go to Prepper Camp. Let's go out there because we know it's a lot less people out there. Well, how many people live here? A 1,000 people, roughly in that area. And the circle is radius 1.3 miles. So this could just help you with finding out what's going on. Okay, let's go back home. Okay, there we are, home. So what else we got? Now we're getting into some good stuff, people. This is, okay, I'm going to go out a little bit. So you want to see, okay, where are any jails or prisons around me? Let's turn this on. Ooh, there's some jails, prisons around me. What's this one called? Catawba Pre-Release Center. Okay. How about hospitals? Oh, there's a few hospitals. There's one hospital. This is trauma one only. That's why there's only one in Charlotte, really. Major trauma one. We have a different one for hospitals as well. Military bases. Okay, military bases. Oh, wait, there's all the military bases. Okay, sweet. Let's see all the military bases. How about nuclear power plants? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. We're screwed. So here's one, Catawba. Here's one, McGuire. Here's one, HB Rock. I mean, here's one. So you can see, pretty cool. And that's 50-mile radius is what I have. Oh, sorry, 60. I have it 60. It literally says it there. Okay, now we're going to get rid of that one. We're going to go to this one. This is cool stuff. Now, there's a secret to this is you got to get to the right set. Some of the data fails when it comes in. We can't help that. You got to if you get into the right like zoom point, a lot of this stuff will just come in. So here's our home right there. Let's do police stations, and it could take a while. There's one right there in Mint Hill. Police station came up. So I'm going to zoom out and see if we get any more. Well, there's some more. See the police stations? Now, this is for live only. So what do? I want this information. That's pretty close to me. So what you do, you come over here and you mark that spot right here, and you go edit Mint Hill PD, and you save it. Then you put a data point here is a security. That one is a police station. Mint Hill. You put photos wherever you want and you save it. You go back out here and you click over here to security. And then boom. Well, let's bring up and we marked it. Right there. We marked it. So now you have it offline. See that? Mint Hill Police Department. And you might go, well, that's not exactly. So scroll in here and then move it. Where does it say police department somewhere? Oh, boom, boom. And I moved it and it saves it. Amazing. Pretty cool. Let's keep going. So let's take that off. Let's go back home view. Okay. You can see, boom, let's get on our dots. Okay. What's next? Fire stations. Okay. 0 fire stations. Hang on. Sometimes it takes a minute. There's one right there. Ottawa Station. Let's go out again some more. Sometimes it takes a minute. There's 11 on the map. There you go. There they are. Then you can mark them. That's fire stations. All hospitals. So it's going to take a minute. You can see the scrolling. Then it shows you how many should be on the page of your view. 2. There's one right there. And the other one could even be behind here. Let's scroll out because it's not too much data. There's one right there. What's that? Atrium primary care. So you see that. Okay. Let's keep going. Power substations. Sometimes you get too much data. So scroll in, then scroll out. Here's substations. I know you guys have to be like this. Water treatment plants, dams. You wouldn't believe how many dams are because every dang neighborhood has a dam. Maybe I need to scroll in. There's 5 right there. See look at that. Look right there. Boom. Give you information on it as well. Well, a little bit of information. There's a dam. And it shows, so there's dams. Hardware stores. Well, I just thought that was cool. This would be like Lowe's, Home Depot. See, I'm scrolling out. If I don't see any, I scroll out a little bit, wait for it to load. Where are we? Okay, there you go. There's a bunch of hardware stores. Some of these are like Home Depot. What's this one? Ace Hardware. What's this one? Harbor Freight. Lowe's. Home Depot. Okay. Grocery stores, gun stores, churches, schools, bridges. Why bridges? Because bridges could be choke points. Could be, well, gosh, someone could be holding up that road with that bridge there. So if it done comes in, make sure you scroll. There you go. There's all the bridges. And you go like, oh, goodness. Okay. Campgrounds, water, fire hydrants, pharmacies, libraries, gas stations, veterinarians, propane, cell. Now, cell is kind of interesting because it shows you the radius of where the cell phone, how far it travels. There's a lot of cell phone towers. So see, then you get to see the towers and everything there. And you can click on it and go, oh, that's LTE. LTE, that's whatever that is. What's this one down here? CDMA. So anyway, flood zones, super fun site. These are like sites that has like a pollution that's been reported, that's been maybe actively being cleaned. There's one on this page. There it is. Well, there's some. So there's not many around, but they're there. AM, FM radio stations, ham repeaters. Let's click on that. Let's go downtown Charlotte because we know there's some on the big buildings there. You got to get to the right zoom level. Not picking up the zoom, not picking them up right now. See, that's not our fault. We're trying to get the data, and it's just not. Actually, it's the first time I've not seen it work. But we'll scroll in a little bit. Yep. So it's just not working. I mean, sometimes they don't. So when they do, mark them GMRS. Is that not working either? Okay, it's not working either. But you guys can see I'm just trying to play with it. Every time I do it, it's so they're not working. SDR, and webcams. So let's go down Highway 77. Wait, yeah, there's some. So there's some webcams down here. It's the only ones that are public that's been added to this particular database. Click there, and you can actually see, what cam that is. Photo. Here's one right near the bridge down there in South Carolina. Not streaming. And yes, you can go to the beach. You can go in the world, and it will show up here. Okay, flights. Flights takes a minute because of the data, and you can do earthquakes. Let's see if there's been earthquakes around anywhere. None. Okay. Not bringing in the earthquakes right now because there was some the other day. So, yeah, I can't really control the data. Okay. So that's some pretty good feeds right there. I mean, and you can then mark it in your area. Okay. So let's see what else we got over here. Oh, here's what I was looking for earlier is the route. So I live here and I want to plan my route. And this will plan your route. So it shows you the hills. It's pretty flat. The total distance there is 2.4 miles. There's a gain of 200 feet, a loss of 213. There's this footage. It's going to take you 53 minutes to walk. And there's my coordinates for the points. I don't know, but that's, to me, pretty cool. So anyway, I think that's pretty cool. And it shows you if you're going uphill, when you go uphill, when you go downhill. So let's do a serious one, and let's go we're going to do the route from here. We're going to walk to here. We're going to walk to here. Then we're going to walk to here. Then we're going to walk to here. And then we're going to walk to here. So there's the elevation. I mean, you can move this point if you didn't get it exactly right. Recalculates. I want to move this one, further down here. And it's going to take me 11 hours to walk that because I need my walker. Okay, let's exit that. That's plus and minus. You can do that with the scroll. This is that's to go home. What a dummy. I should have known that. I forgot that that was there. I've been going back and switching, but anytime you're going to go to your home map. So let's go to like, if you go to Prepper Camp, whoops, delete that. And then let's go over here and we get mixed up over here. And we're like, okay, where were we? You go home, takes you wherever your home is over here. So we'll go back home. Okay, I think that covers a lot of everything I want to cover. It's been about an hour. Let's go back to settings. And when things get rough, you just need a little bit of encouragement. You need, and you're like, we could all die today. There's a lot of things going on. I'm just so stressful. I have a panic button for everyone to use. So I created all this with a group of people. It's not perfect. Will it, I don't think it'll crash, but will it not perform exactly? Well, we've been working on it for months, updating it. But you get so depressed and you just need help. I got a panic button for you. Now, the problem is, I'm going to share my screen so you can see this. So stand by. Because you stop sharing. I'm going to do a new share. Okay. Oh, wait. And I do want audio on this. Okay. So y'all see my whole screen. Yeah. So let's see if this works. Here we go. On a count of three. 1, 2, 3. I mean, we're no strangers to love. How could you be down after this? It's a Rickroll. I'm never going to give you up. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. So anyway, that is the panic button. And let's go back out here to the front page. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I put that in there and I just thought, I love it. It's not coming out. It's not. So, and that video is saved on your hard drive. So let me do this. Let me get rid of me again. There we go. Let me change the sharing again. So sorry. Because at this time, I know you guys have questions. So let us do, let me do this. Hang on. I got to share. Oh, before I do that, let's go back to this. So this software we've created, I did the website demo. I did the app demo. I'm selling it and it's yours to keep. And if you don't want it, okay. I created it for myself. I really did. It was a pain in the butt to get it so I could share it with other people. It was the worst part of it, to be honest with you. And it's usually $200. I'm giving you $50 off. And if you, it's going to be a pain. I didn't want to do this. That was not my intent. This is only for you guys, because I can assure you that this price is going up because I think there's some organizations that want to start sharing this and selling this. And so anyway, y'all, I don't care if y'all buy it or not, but you can go to the website and buy it. If you use that demo 150, 15%. 15%. Is I don't know what it was. I don't know what the 150 is, but I think that's the code. So is it trademark? Well, we're the area study map is the area study map app is being trademarked. Yes. It's, so yep, we've got that going. So let me. Oh, what else is there? Oh, before anything, let me just show you two more things. Hang with me. How many we got? We still got. Oh, you guys are dropping off like flies. Hey, make sure you visit my Prepper Finds. It's the greatest place in the world to go get deals. Okay. It's a great place to go get prepperfinds.com. Also, I've created something else. This one, very interesting, but currently out of work. Okay. So this next thing is another. If you guys remember the conflicted card game, raise your hand. Tell me in the chat if you remember it or not. The conflicted card game where you read a scenario and boom. And oh, by the way, that coupon, it automatically goes off tomorrow night at midnight. So anyway, the conflicted card game, I've created a thing called Last Scenario. It's a game. It goes on your phone and it's pretty cool. And it's the scenarios. It's got timers. It goes over questions. I even have some for kids. So conflicted is old school. That's right. So I have one for kids, like from 4 to 7. You're home by yourself or you're walking and someone approaches you. What do you do? So there's some great questions in here that we've come up with. I'm really going to advertise this later on, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys. It's at lastscenario.com. There's 25 free questions that come with it. Then they're packed. So anyway, let's go and let me stop sharing this, remove that. And I'm going to take questions right now. Let me share my screen. Here we go. Okay. Let me throw me up there as well somewhere. Nope, too big. Let's do that. Okay, for now. Okay, if you asked questions before, re-ask it. And this saves me from going up there. Oh, I need to put dance moves. That would be, I could teach you some, I can't teach you dance moves. I can teach you nerd moves. Right? Okay, can I tell you something else I did this weekend? Did you ever have one of these? Has anyone ever had one of these? If you did and you didn't solve it, you failed. And that's been in my mind my entire life. Something I tried to do and I couldn't ever do it. And it's just been there. And so what did I do? I went and I got one of these and I can solve this in record time, like 5 minutes. Like not record time. Ooh, that's cool. Ooh. But not record time. But I committed to solve it and I solved it. Anyway, that's a little note. Okay, let me see questions. This is trademark. What platform do you pull the maps from? Oh, I pull them from all over the place. Some of it is actually in my own database that we put up on the server, that like the nuclear power plants, the jail. Some of it's coming from our own database and some of it's coming from the internet. So it's a mixture of the two. Very interesting, conflicted, old school. My son might like to play with this as well as my grandson. Okay. Well, the map thing is, yeah. Okay. Question: can you import things like infrastructure, flood? Yeah, floods is in there. I didn't show you that. So you can't currently, but we're putting a function where you can import KML. Is that right? KML files. We will have that function in another version. It's on our list to do. We're not going to do it in the next month. It's taken a lot of sweat and tears just to get to this point. So, but that is on our next release that we want to add, where you can import your own data. When it comes to, I think it's KML files. I could be wrong. It's what you would import and export to like Google Earth files. So, but you will be able to do that. It works on any operating system that has a Chromium browser. I don't like Chrome, but I like Brave. It works in Brave as well. And all it needs is a browser. It doesn't need anything else. It just needs the browser. I think it's excellent. GIS tool. Yeah. So my son is actually a GIS guy. He works for he's remapping the floodplains for America right now. As far as neighborhoods, I have 2 neighbors I trust. Awful would be never go with. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Next is this the only for one computer? No, you have a code, a activation code, and you have a PIN number. So you can put it on multiple machines, but what you don't want to do is share your activation code. And there's reasons for that because it will conflict on our server if you run it from 5 different IP addresses, that causes a problem on my server and it literally locks it down. So as long as you're on the same IP and you're using the activation code. So yes, lifetime update. As long as I update it, it's going to get updated. I've updated it so many times. It's crazy. Matter of fact, I've updated it so many times. Let me just show you guys here that I had to change the whole system. And because I was getting so frustrated. Here's the development log. You can see, this isn't even all the updates. So now I manually, when it could actually update and you don't even know it. If you hit update and you go, what was that update? You're not going to know it. I'm just little small updates and fixes. I'm not going to do I'm just not a software person. Sorry. This is the way, but it will update and the version will change and you'll go, oh, it was updated. And if it's a big enough version like this, I would go in here and put it in here. But, so anyway, lifetime, I used it for Firefox. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I've not yet, it's built for the Chrome engine and which Brave uses that. And I've heard, I think Patrick used it on a Raspberry Pi, a Linux, and Windows. This is right now being on my Macintosh, my Apple, so it works on all of them. Does VPN usage mess up IP addresses for this? I don't know. Haven't tested that. So, but if you get more than 5 IP addresses, it literally suspends your account. It's called version or share control in a sense. So, but yeah. And ask me why I did that. I don't know why. Just did. So not going to change it. Yeah. Again, I have, as I told my beta team, I have a little attitude about this because I built it for myself. I didn't build this to share with people. But now that I'm sharing it, I'm like, I got to take a different attitude because Mike Shelby and he wants to talk about some things. And I'm like, oh, he's coming from a military, dropping bombs and sending troops. And I'm like, oh, I'm not sure I want it for that. Love you, Mike. But, I want it best for people to, for ordinary people like me and you that weren't in, well, I was in the military, but I was Air Force. Yeah, go ahead and make your jokes and fun. This is one. Oh, thanks. We start our area study 2 years ago, but relying on paper maps and spreadsheets. This will make the data storage so much easier. Thank you. Yes, that's the reason because I didn't even know what I was building. If you go back in the early days when I was doing this, that was 4 years ago that I was so excited about this with Mike Shelby in Saluda, North Carolina. I'm like, Mike, look what I'm doing. He's like, yeah, that's kind of cool. So, greetings from Mexico. Hola. What questions do you have, guys? And again, are there things that are most everything we've tested the poop out of this? I'm being honest, but just know that some of the intel, probably right now, if we go here to delay these things, sometimes these don't come in. Don't be complaining about that. I can't control that. I'm not, and it's too much to all these data points would be gigabytes, and you don't want that. And so, but you can go in there and mark it. So I'm going to go to the ham radio because that's weird that they're not showing up right now. That means for some reason on repeaterbook.com, it's not letting me have the data from this website. I don't know why. And this from the GMRS one, I don't know why both of them are not letting me have the information. Maybe this is repeater book as well. But it's just not letting me have it. Let's look at SDRs. There's, let's see if we got any in the area. I think they're more north here. Oh, there's some. So these are SDRs. So that means there's an antenna right there that you can log in through the internet and listen to things that it's receiving. You can click here and it will open up like a radio tab where you can listen to it as well. That's what's supposed to happen with GMRS and ham radios, but it's not working now. So sorry. I mean, AM and FM. Let's look at that. Oh yeah, there's some radio stations. Let's see. The blocks are AM, circles are FM. Flood zones. Now, the flood zones. Is this Charlie? I haven't talked to Charlie in so long. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've talked to. I did talk to Jonathan Hollerman last week. He's rebranding, and I didn't share that. I haven't shared this with anyone. If it wasn't for Patrick, my the comms guy for PrepperNet, I wouldn't be sharing this with anyone at this point because but because I had to put in all the, how to buy it and the codes and all this stuff. It was kind of so look at the floodplains. I don't understand this, and I haven't talked to this with my son yet. Of course, it takes some time for it to come in. And my son, I haven't asked my son, it's not even coming in right now. Or what are these things? I have no idea. I don't know what this means. So maybe I'm pulling in the wrong data. Whoops. I don't know. If you guys know, and my son literally is honestly doing this right now. I don't know what any of this means. So anyway, but it's got flood, supposedly. What other question? Let me see if I missed anything. Where is ASM getting its background mapping information, and how current is it? Are you talking about the actual maps? I mean, it's pulling that live from Open Maps. I don't know what I don't know any of this stuff. I don't know what ASM is. I don't even know what that means, but that is lifetime 5 IP addresses. I mean, is it within a certain amount of time? It's within like a month or 30 days. I think we have. You guys just want to? I mean, it's $150. And I don't even know if that's the right price. I can tell you this, that two gentlemen a lot of people think it's worth a lot more money than what I have it. So this discount that I showed you, it expires tomorrow night at midnight. It just won't work anymore. And then it's $200. And I've been told that that's not enough. Even I won't call her the cheapest person I know, but Beth, she's like, because she's always wanting everything is cheap, inexpensive, she would say, as possible. And she told me that she thought this was worth more than that. And I'm like, whoa. So anyway, what other things? Oh, let's do this. Let's turn that off. Let's go down to the beach here. See if there's any live webcams down here. Here's some right here. Let's get right on the beach. Oh, it's dark. It's nighttime. My bad. There you go. So the question is, what happens if you go way out, Forrest? Way out. And you go over here to Italy. Well, let's go over somewhere. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's go to Hawaii. There it is. Is there any webcams there? That would be interesting. Okay, none in Hawaii. I don't know where I don't even know. I would think there would be some over here, but maybe not. Maybe it's just American. I thought we saw some other ones, but maybe we didn't. Let's go up here to. No, okay. I thought we had. Anyway. No webcams. Maybe I need another feed. I thought these were like all day webcams. Okay, sorry. Playing around too much. Because you can get lost in this for sure. Oh, also have the beacons for HF people. Where are they? Right here, live beacons. Come on, where's my beacon? Don't know why. It's supposed to be right there in New York. Okay. Let me go back to questions. Sorry. Go back to home. Forgot the home button. Whoa, boom. Okay. I had one or two, then realized area study map. Okay, I'm not sure. Area study something we would grade is personal prep catalog just to track all the preps, equipment, and supplies that I have stored last time. Yeah, so I might be working on that. Okay, if you look, GSI tools or price for would be more appropriate to the right user. Yeah, for loan AMS wonderful tool. Then knowing how much time we have to put into the carrier area, so this is a great price. GMS maps are regional. Okay. Area study. Oh, I didn't even see area study. I didn't even know. See? Sorry. Again, I literally created this for my own. And then I read the book and I read something, and areastudymap.com was available. I'm like, I'll buy it. So, and I got it. If we share maps with someone, say I share a map with you, and we both have map of the same general area, is it possible to have them merge? No, there's a I think we have that listed down in like later on, like version 3 or something, where if there's a map and you start working on the PrepperNet or Prepper Camp area, and then the problem is to merge them is the data points will overlay each other because you named this something and they named it something. They put a photo and you didn't put a photo. So we decided that there's probably not much merging. There just needs to be a version control. So if you have a group, then what you would want to do is share it somewhere in like a Google Docs, and then download it and say I'm working on it, and then when you finish saving it, you load it back up, just like version control and all corporate. Other than that, the data, because we have different minds and we call things different, and we think different information is important. And I'm putting, so anyway, so that's why the data so much. I don't want to go there. Is it possible, guys? I don't. I literally don't want to sell software, but I feel like this is important enough that this could be very useful. It's the only reason I'm here. I mean, I'm serious. Yeah, I did not want to become a software version control, and I do have one coming out for supplies and food and all. It is, and it's literally finished, but I don't have time to do anything with it. I'm literally starting a company with my family. Tomorrow we'll sign the contract, and I'm going to tell you guys. If you don't know, I'm going to tell you guys. No, I'm not. I'm not going to tell you guys yet. Nope, not until we sign the contract. So anyway, I was going to, but I want the contract signed because it could really affect a lot of things. So if we share, you can export pins and share them with others. Yes, they import as a new layer of sort. They import it as, see right here, is a new home view. So if you go, you can import Prepper Camp and it will show up as a view. So I can export Prepper Camp, and then if this view would have all this area and it'll be marked up, I can import it. And then when I go here to the home view, it will show it. And so it would be a different home view. And actually, it would still will be on your map. See how Prepper Camp is still on the map here? And your things would be here. So for an example, here's home view. Let's go to home view, but you can see these other views as well. So let's go to RR. That's not in home view. Let's go to home, this home up there. That could be work. Here's another view, whatever there. I was just showing people different things. Here's a home view. So you name them, and when you save them, you save, I want 3 miles, 7 miles, 10 miles from the middle of that particular view. So if we're going to do Prepper Camp, I would maybe do a wider area. If I'm only doing my home, I wouldn't want to share my home area. Maybe, maybe with my family members, I guess. So anyway, that's Pine Lake Country Club. Hey, I'm playing there in like 3 weeks. Sweet. I mean, I've been doing all this. Hadn't even noticed that what golf course that was. Matter of fact, I do. Let me show you. I do have a couple things marked on the golf course though. So let's go to, I did communications. Let's do resources. Nope. Nope. Sorry. Infrastructure. Nope. I'm messing up here. Natural resources. Oh, here we go. See, I even did. So right here is sand. I didn't know what golf course it was, but there's sand. That could be a resource. Sand could be good. And then this one is, what is that? That's actually a green. I think I labeled it as a pond. I did. So that's not a pond. So let's, this is a pond. There you go. I moved it. What type of database are you using? Oh my gosh. I'm using, it's I don't know. Hang on. Let me look it up. I don't see. Let me look it up. That's the best thing I can tell you. It is. Oh, super base. Does that make any sense whatsoever? SUPABASE. I had to look in the white paper. How can you zoom in with the sat view? Okay, let's do that. Let's go to satellite. And this, there you go. Zoom in. That's the most zoom you can do. There's a sand trap. Oh, see, I'm in edit mode. So let's go back to satellite. There's the pond. So there you can do, that's the farthest you can zoom in on this. But you can go to hybrid and still the same zoom. Then you can go to topo. Darn it. So, okay. Maybe. Okay. So that's the zoom ins. You can't get down to, yeah. And then also when you save it, you're going to save them as tiles. See each one of these tiles that come in? And you go, how many tiles do you want to save? You can see them come in, and that determines your actual. So you can sort. I mean, matter of fact, you can save 60 miles. I think is the most. Let's go to settings, and let's go to share sites. So you can share. We'll do Prepper Camp up to 100 miles. Now, don't you know that file is going to be bigger because it's saving all the data there. But if you want to save the map, map offline, you go here, and then you select the area that that's the area right there. And it tells you how, okay, let's clear this. Let me zoom out. So there's Charlotte. If I want to all that area, I'm going to come back to it. I don't know where that was. Manage offline maps. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. And I want all that right there. So then I just do my thing, click there, and zoom. And I want to save that entire area, no matter what map you're in. And that tells me there's 5,394 tiles, and that size is 79 megs. Then you can download it and use it for offline. Okay, let's see. Let me catch up here. How can you, okay, enforce pay for my license? How long should I expect before I get an email? You should get the email immediately with a code. And then down at the bottom is how you get to the app. Oh, and so, okay. Yes, as you should have already gotten it. I like this for our emergency management department. Oh gosh, you guys are killing me because we're building that. We're building that because PrepperNet is creating a nonprofit that is going to be managing a lot of stuff with teams out there, with ham radio, with what are them reports? Area study. What's some reports you get? Whatever they're called. We're building that, but I don't know when it's going to be available. What's that called? Where you do a report, something report. See, I need Patrick on here. Is Patrick on here? Patrick, whatever them reports are. No, it's not air study report. It's a we do them on sit rep report, stat report. Yes, that kind of stuff. There we go. Thank you. Boom. Pistol Pete. Yeah, Pistol Pete's my man. He's also my comms guy for PrepperNet. So yeah, thank you. Will this be available for replay? Not only will it be, it's going to be sit right here on the YouTube channel of PrepperNet. Yes, it will be there. It'll be available just as soon as we're finished. well, I think I have to name it and give it a thumbnail or something. So anyway, so we're going to clear this. We're going to go back out, hit the panic. Okay, no more panic. Um, so, that's just my little touch. Okay. Um, any other questions? I think I've covered pretty much everything. Any other questions? Stat report. Yep. And now I'll tell you this. Oh, crud. Okay. Let me right here in the documents. I've got some stuff. I really need to add some stuff in here, but guys, this has been kind of overwhelming. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. But so yeah. Thank you. Yep. Thank you guys. I'm going to kind of end this because I don't want it to be that long. I hope you guys like this. If there's errors and there's problems, let me know, but just be patient because, if you take the flow of fixing something, it takes a minute, and adding something. If you have suggestions, I would love to hear them. Just know that I may say thanks, and then we'll put them down on the sheet. And literally, I've created the card game. We're creating a supply asset management software that doesn't even go with this because I just think it's two different parties. Sorry if you want it in the same software. It's probably not. It's not going to be at this point. And it's going to be managing your food and all the supplies, that kind of stuff. I voted and I won. It's going to be separate. And then we're doing imagine a control center with screens, and it's a dark room, and you have a screen where your teams are, where the weather, the incident report, sit rep reports, all this stuff. And we are in the process of putting that together right now. Grid, well, about time. Yes, thank you. About time Patrick shows up. Grid downs, calms up. But anyway, and I'm finished. So I hope you guys like it. Anyway, I'm going to end this. It's been an hour and 43 minutes. Send me an email. Go to the website. I don't even know if there's a contact page on the. I don't even know if there is one. Let me see if there is one. Stop. Let me. I don't even know if there is one. I really don't. It's been such a whirlwind. No, that's not it. Oh, here we go. What I want to share. Okay, hang on. Here we go. Here's the website. Let's see if there's even a contact page. Anything. I may have missed it. Oh, I don't know if it works, but you can try that. There you go. That's what I have. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. I have enjoyed the 3 classes with you last week. Thank you. When you get a time for a breather, let's have a chat about my email sent to you. Okay. Okay. I haven't seen an email, but I got other people. So anyway, good night, everyone. God bless, and hope you enjoyed it. You can watch the replay, and we will catch you again. Take care. Bye.